Well, probably one of the most complicated and complex wars in human history, the Cold War. I really don't know how this works in Hearts of Iron 4 because Hearts of Iron 4 is kind of a game about action and excitement and battles and divisions, and I don't think very many, actual wars happened during the Cold War, but we're starting in 1946. I think the first country I ever played as in my first HOI4 video ever was the United States, but I haven't played as them since. And I think we're probably pretty strong. Yeah, we're decently strong. Of course, the factories are kind of downscaled so that we don't have a million factories and everything's kind of fair. I don't see any real factions. I assume all of Eastern Europe is puppets. Yeah, that makes sense. We have Berlin and the Philippines. Oh yeah, we do. West Berlin. Cool. And then of course there are the occupied zones. These are going to be interesting. Playing HOI4 after HOI4 happened. And there's this Security Council thing. I don't really know. It says Security Council not assembled, so we can't really do anything right now, but looks like we'll probably have a pretty good pretty good control over the Security Council, probably, because two of the other members are the UK and France, so who knows. And I guess China is non-communist China, so who knows, maybe can we change the events of what happens in the Chinese Civil War? Probably not. I would think so, I guess. Could we give them, we don't want to embargo them, but we're back at 0% world tension, I guess, so let's just go ahead with the Truman Doctrine. And I guess start building some civilian factories, and hey, isn't it amazing to start a game of Hearts of Iron 4 with a United States not in the Great Depression? How about that? That is about as good as it gets. Because the United States is really powerful, but they start in the Great Depression, so usually they can't even really help out with the war until the war is already over. That's the great dilemma of the United States. Aw, and they already start us off with advisors, so that's a little sad. And we don't have some of the laws are gone. Wait, are there even conscription laws at all? Oh yeah, it's down here. That's cool. What even is this? Wow, there's a lot of stuff to do. I guess they have to make the game more interesting if they remove the entire war part of the game. I'm sure there's still gonna be wars, right? Yeah, there has to still be wars. I know a lot of stuff happens in Eastern Europe and the Middle East and what? I don't remember this happening after World War II. It's British India, I guess that's what they call it now. British Burma. I guess we get to see Britain kind of collapse the empire, I would assume. I don't know exactly when the timeline for everything is. But yeah, this is cool. I'm liking this so far. I guess we have a lot of divisions, probably not too much, yeah. Where should our units be? Should they be in Europe? Is the Soviet Union gonna do something? We can't, another mechanic of this is we can't see the focus trees of other countries, which I think is suitable for a Cold War, because if we knew what everybody was doing, then it wouldn't be, like the Cold War. It would kind of ruin the vibe. I don't know. But I haven't looked at any focus tree for any of the countries, so I don't even know what paths they could go. I guess, what should we do? Mechanized equipment? Let's look at the research tree. Okay, let's not look at the research tree. Currently disabled. Will it ever be enabled? I don't know, I guess we'll just make mechanized equipment. Oh, and here's where it starts. Churchill delivers the Iron Curtain speech. In one of the most famous orations of the Cold War period, former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill condemns the Soviet Union's policies in Europe and declares, from Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste, in the Adriatic, an Iron Curtain has descended across the continent. He expressed the Allied nations' distrust of the Soviet Union after World War II. In September that year, US-Soviet cooperation collapsed due to the US disapproval of the Soviet Union's opinion on the German problem in the Stuttgart Council, and then followed the announcement by US President Harry S. Truman of a hard-line anti-Soviet, anti-communist policy. World peace is in danger, yes. Yes, indeed. And I've been looking at our focus tree, and it's pretty interesting. Well, I can't view it from there. We kind of can work with Asia, work with Europe, or work with the Americas, and hey, somebody's gonna be happy about this one. Purchase Greenland. Oh no. We're just doing it like, what is it, 80 years too early? Intervene in French elections? Well, hey, intervening in elections, that's okay, we're the good guys, so, yeah, recognize Franco regime, I don't want to do that, I want to start a civil war, can't I start a civil war in Spain again? I really don't sound like the good guy right now. Secure Czechoslovakia? That sounds interesting. Secure Eastern Europe. So, whoa, we're like, this is kind of crazy. Fate of Japan. National Security Act can contain the Middle East. I feel like we should avoid this part of the and intervene in the Chinese Civil War. I'm probably going to intervene in China. No two China plan. Psh, come on. But yeah, the Middle East, let's stay out of there. And I guess it's way too early for Nam, but we're staying out of there too. Korea is just occupied, so the Korea thing. I assume will the Korea thing kind of be the climax of this mod? It all works up instead of a world war to just a small war in Korea. Well, I guess it was a pretty big war, but oh wow, I guess all these focuses right here auto-complete. I didn't look at the timing, so I guess we can do whatever we want. This is pretty cool. We have so much that we can do. We need to help China. See this, the partition of China, that would never pass in the Security Council, and then if it doesn't, it won't even matter. If it doesn't, then we can't go back to intervene in China. So let's intervene in China, because that's one thing that we will always be able to do. So we'll intervene in China. That's the plan, because that's the most important thing right now. Because once China loses, they lose. And the Soviet Union's already helping out their communist China under Mao, so we'll help the other China. The yellow China. I've played so much HOI4 that that's just China now. North Korea is here. South Korea yet to come. Should we establish South Korea? Well, we probably should. I think it's probably important. Ooh, the Red Scare. Beacon of Liberty. But China, for some reason, won't go on to a higher conscription law. I don't know if they can. That could be an interesting playthrough, trying to survive as yellow China. Hey, and we unified Germany under our rule. I don't know who decided that one, but hey, that works. Well, I guess we can't say unified Germany. We're still missing half of it, but yeah, it pretty much what we could. And now we can send American defense specialists to China to give them 10% defense on core territory for 60 days, which I guess is something. Let's help them out any way we can. I really wish we could just send Lend-Lease, and it looks like one of our puppets is going to raise autonomy. Philippines? Okay, let's send them some Lend-Lease. You guys can we have plenty of guns. You can have... Oh, and the communist Philippines declared war on the regular Philippines, and we're guaranteeing them, but they're not our puppet anymore. But we're still sending them Lend-Lease, so let's just keep doing that. This is kind of embarrassing. I guess it didn't work out in this timeline either. So now we can either split Czechoslovakia or support Czechoslovakia, and I think if anything we should try to just support them. Last time we tried to get our way, it didn't work very well, but with this I think we have a good chance of having success, unless of course like a civil war is started. Wow, and they're pretty weak. I guess the war probably was pretty hard on them. That makes sense. Yeah, communism is doing pretty decently. Well, I guess if you combine the right and left democratic, which you kind of have to, then democratic is doing okay. Whoa, look at that. It's a new graphic in the bottom left corner. The vote is taking place in the Security Council. Recognize government. People's Liberation Army. No. Of course not. Definitely no. We're not recognizing them. Why? Why would they think that would pass? Let's see what everybody else votes. I want to see France. No, yeah. Good job, France. And China. China better vote no, considering this vote is to recognize the opposing government. Yeah, everybody's gonna vote no, except... Wait, China? What? Oh, they vetoed it. Good job, good job. You should veto it, China. They're kind of your mortal enemy right now. Oh, and hey, they did go on to limited conscription, so that's something. They actually have manpower now, and they're pushing the People's Liberation Army back in some places, and they're losing in some. An encirclement there. Only if world tension was high enough. We only need 20% now to send volunteers, which would make all the difference. Wait, oh no. Well, this isn't like the main Vietnam, but I guess we probably should support the French against the communists. So once our current focus is done, we will go help France. How strong is the Viet Minh? Well, they're about as strong as French Indochina. So let's try to condemn violence. Maybe we can save things in the Philippines. Maybe. So here's the vote. Soviet Union, we're not allowed to vote. Come on, Soviet Union. Soviet Union, okay, there, France is on our side. Come on, it's violence, it's bad. The UK's on our side. Oh, come on, no. Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. Oh, whoa, I just realized that they kind of broke apart. India's democratic, though, so yes, let's vote. I agree, yes, support. What? The US, you can't do that! No, you can't. That's against the rules. What? You can't declare war on Turkey. Why is this happening? This is against the rules here. You can't just go declare war on Turkey. Can't we do something about the Soviet Union declaring war on Turkey? Well, New Zealand doesn't like it, but the communists seem to be neutral or not like it. But it looks like it's already rejected, so I'll just abstain. I don't really know what this is. Oh, this is an interesting thing. The Paris Peace Treaties. So Germany loses claims in Poland, loses claims in Sudetenland and Alsace-Lorraine, even though they don't exist right now. Italy loses claims on Libya, Albania, Yugoslavia. Italy will cede Castor to Greece. Oh, this? Will lose claim on Somaliland. Austrian claims will be removed. Finland loses claims on Soviet territory. Enforced neutrality idea will be added. All claims from First and Second Vienna awards will be removed. North Transylvania will be returned to Romania. I like it. I'll support it. Let's see what everybody else thinks. Soviet Union supports it, so if we and them support it, I think it's probably a good idea, yeah. Okay, and India's at war, taking out neutral breakaway countries. They should win, hopefully. They're kind of on our side. I'll assume the Soviets might start a Security Council resolution to recognize them, maybe. But Indochina is secured, so that's good, I guess. It would have been surprising if the French lost, even though they're pretty weak. Really confused how Turkey's making gains into the Soviet Union, too. Doesn't make that much sense. I guess the Soviet Union is at 0 war support. Huh. Okay, so another vote to recognize Pakistan, which probably is a good idea, too. They are democratic, of course, so I guess they're kind of opposed. They're probably at odds with India, but they're both democracies, so let's support them. And we established South Korea, too, so who knows what's gonna happen here. All good things, alright? All good things. Ooh, and I like this vote. A vote to recognize the Republic of Korea, our Korea. I definitely support this one, but I know who's probably gonna veto it. Maybe not. Time is ticking. No one's rejected it yet. Okay, and we did establish the Federal Republic of Germany, so steps in the right direction, I guess. And we can unify. Oh, well, I guess it's too late now, but I'm sure they would have rejected the unification anyway, so what do we do now? Intervene in elections, try to unify Korea, support Iran. Anyway, I think that's it for this time. This is actually a pretty cool in-depth mod. I never thought I'd have so much fun playing HOI4 without wars, and there will be wars. Coups are coming, world tension slowly rising. It'll hit 20 eventually, and then we can send some volunteers to China. We can get involved in some things, maybe actually start a war. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.